Hi everyone, welcome back. We are in the garden. There have been a lot of changes that I have yet to show, but today's project is to get some decorative functional items up that we've had laying around the house that I'm going to use to make into garden pieces. One of them is going to be this old metal bed frame. And that sounds weird and it might sound like it's gonna look trashy or junky, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna look good, and then once some plants are growing up on it, it's gonna look even better. So let me show you what I'm starting with, and then I'll show you the process and the ending product. It won't show the plants on it today because I'm just doing it today and I'm putting seeds underneath it, but we'll show you the progression as the summer goes and as the plants grow, and hopefully this works. I think it'll look pretty, and it'll be some structural throughout the growing season and through the winter. That'll be out here instead of just a barren piece of land. So let's get started. So this is what I'm starting with. This one is the headboard, this one is the footboard, and I'm going to make them into like a L shape, and I'm going to cover them with chicken wire. But for right now, this is what I have, and I'm just going to use zip ties. So it might not last a very long time, but it'll at least start this season and we can progress from there. So I got my chicken wire. It has been used before, but it's still good. And for what I'm using it for, it'll be just fine. But I don't have anything out here that'll cut this chicken wire. And I don't want to go inside and get it. So I think at first I'm going to go ahead and set up these beds the way that I want them here in the garden. And then we'll put the chicken wire on them. I am going to dig some holes to put the legs down in to help with stability, and then I think I'm going to put some decorative rocks around them as well. We have some bigger size ones that are really pretty that I'll put to help hold it up as for some stability as well. We'll just see. I'm making this up as we go. So I didn't show this in a video, but right along here I have some zinnias planted that my boys started and are having grow. So this is their little flower patch. But right along here I have planted some irises that have been chewed on so many times outside of the garden fence by the sheep and the goats that I just decided to move them in here. To give you perspective, it's right next to my arch trellis with the poppy, tomato, and butterfly bush. So right as we walk into the garden. So right here behind the iris, so the iris kind of covers one post of the bed frame, I'm going to dig a hole, probably about 6 inches deep. Roughly. I got one hole dug. Now we're gonna put it in the hole and get it measured to see exactly where the second leg needs to be dug at. So we're just gonna take this. Put it in there. Now, right about there. We like to do precise measurements around here. So we got the first one in. I'm already liking it and I haven't even finished. So let's figure out right here on this corner how the second one needs to go in, and it's gonna go this way. I think it's gonna have to go like that because of the frame part in the back. Okay, yep, I like it. Okay, that's the second one in, and I really like it. So now let's get this wrapped in chicken wire and go from there. And I might look for things that go on top right there. Maybe I can find, I don't know. We'll have to figure out something. But let's get the chicken wire on it. Like I said before, I don't want to cut this chicken wire. I actually just don't want to have to go inside the house to get anything to cut the chicken wire. So just gonna kind of wrap it. Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Maybe not. Watch out for the plants that I have here. Probably have to use some zip ties just to hold it in place. Okay, so you can't see it very well. Well, you can see the piece that I do need to cut off. Thankfully the kids came out, so I sent them back in for the clippers. But I have the chicken wire on it and just zip tied in a few places. And we'll get the excess cut off and wrapped around this post, and then we'll go find some rocks. So I went inside for a quick lunch, put the baby down for a nap, but I think I left you off with putting the chicken wire on here with some zip ties. And I just did one piece. I did have to cut it, but I didn't cut it off the top here. I just kind of folded it over and zip tied it on. And now we're gonna go look for some rocks to put at the corners just to help with stability and a little extra decoration, I think. We'll see. Okay, so put one on this side, which is bigger, and then these are some jalapeno plants that can kind of grow up, but I just kind of want the rocks there for interest and stability. And then I put this one on the corner. I might have to get a couple more small ones to put there, and then I don't think I'm going to put any of them down here because I have irises and then I have the zinnias. And I'll fill this in a little bit more, but you can see it from all sides, so I don't want to overwhelm it. And see my pile of boxes back there, but this is when you first walk into the garden, so I think it'll be nice. And now I am going to plant some cucamelon seeds on it. I was gonna do cantaloupe, but I don't have any cantaloupe seeds, so we're just gonna do these. Okay, so along the bottom, right here, just gonna make a little trench. These seeds are super small. I think I'll just do a few seeds along this bottom and then along that bottom. Today is June 6th. I think we have plenty of time to get these in the ground. Ground is wet because we've had rain in the last few days. That's the boys' trash. Get it out of there. Okay. Now let's go along and do the other side. So same thing, I'll just make a trench along the bottom here. But I think I'm gonna fold this up and under. That way I can get it right underneath here. And then I'll have straight onto the chicken wire to grab a hold of. These seeds aren't very big, so they don't need to be buried that deep. There we go. Cover them up just like we did the last ones. All the other seeds we planted. There we go. Pull some more weeds. That's my garden project today. I really like it. And I can't wait to see those cucamelons grow up on it, and I'll bring you along as they start to grow. There's all the sides. I like that you can't really see the chicken wire, but it does give something for the plants to grow on. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share, and come back so we can do some more fun, different garden projects together. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.